Hi, my name is Yaya Han, and I'm a cosplayer from the United States. I started cosplaying in 1999 when the anime and convention scene was very small and cosplay was just a underground tiny little sub community. And so there was absolutely no way for us to know how cosplay would become, this very mainstream phenomenon. And for us, it was just about having fun and expressing our love for a character. And I just went to a convention called Anime Expo and saw people dressed up in costume and just felt that need to join them. So I didn't know how to sew or make props or style wigs, nothing. But I had always been very creative and artistic, so I just sort of jumped in with, learning how to sew and, making costumes from the beginning. And they were really bad at the beginning, but over time, it's just become this absolutely life-changing thing for me. I grew up in Germany, and there is only one holiday where you dress up, and it's very party Mardi Gras style. So there weren't really that many opportunities for me to dress up. And my parents never encouraged me in any way. It's not like they dressed me up for those types of events. So I think I actually never had the experience of being in costume until I discovered cosplay. And maybe that is why I was so instantly obsessed with it, because it was like missing from my life until then. Well, I've made over 300 costumes, and they are all very special to me in one way or the other. So it's very difficult to just name one that I'm really proud of. But I have what I call milestone costumes. Those are the ones that really take my skill to a new level or have posed a challenge that I was afraid to take on for years. So sometimes it would really take a long time before I had the courage to go after this costume. So those are Carmilla from Vampire Hunter D or Jessica Rabbit. That was 2 years of not being sure if I could possibly tackle it and then finally going for it. And then recently my Banshee Queen Inara from Lineage 2. But probably the costumes that were the most difficult to create for me were the two Lineage costumes I've made, the Dark Elf and Banshee Queen. But afterwards, you're just like, okay, you look at the photos and you feel the pride. So it's always worth it in the end. Oh my gosh, you're asking me to choose one costume out of 300 some. I think if I was only allowed to wear one costume from here on, it would be probably my Chun-Li costume, because I love Chun-Li and I don't have to wear a wig with it, which I secretly do not like. I'm like, oops. And it's just very pretty, but also I can move in it and it's fairly comfortable. Japan Expo has been a dream for me to visit since I started cosplaying, because when I got into it 15, 16 years ago, I researched whatever I could on the few conventions that were already there. So San Diego Comic-Con, Japan Expo were two of the only absolutely legendary large conventions in the world. And so it was just this mystical event out there that I'm like, I can never get there, because how would I get to France? So it's kind of surreal to sit here. Like, that's the Japan Expo banner behind me, and I'm in Paris. So after all of these years, to come here as a cosplayer and share what I have learned and my passion with everyone, it's been very just inspiring, and I just feel very grateful and humble for the opportunity. To everyone in France, you live in an amazing country, and you have such a beautiful culture, and I think that really translates to your cosplay style, which is just so graceful and wonderful, and I am so thankful to be here. Thank you to everyone in the French community for asking for me to come and for coming to see me at my stand and coming to my panels and such. It's been such a great pleasure, and I really hope to be able to come back and share more of my costumes with you. And, you know, thank you, and I can't wait for ECG finals tomorrow.